Hello everybody, welcome to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel, and I'm watching My Hero Academia, Vigilantes. Last time on Vigilantes, we kind of wrapped up the opening to this show with a big fight against this big guy who had captured Popstep, but Koichi stepped up to save her, and then we got to see more of what these three are going to be doing over the course of this show. Koichi basically accepting his role as Knuckle Duster's pupil and trying to help him, and he's becoming a new hero, the Crawler. We'll see if that name changes over the course of this show. Yeah, we're trying to get to the bottom of the drug trigger, and I'm excited to see where we go from here, because I felt like at the end of the last episode, we could go anywhere now. The world is our oyster. If you guys are excited for more Vigilantes, then you should subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single episode going forward. All right, let's begin with episode 3, B. That's what it's called. It's just called B, like the bug. Let's get into it in 3, 2, 1, go. University. The origin of heroes is vigilantism. Dang, making a living. Sounds like, the fuck? God, that is cool. Also, we haven't acknowledged, how do you get a place like this? Your window is broken. It's just like, who the hell are you? I assume it's Knuckle Duster without his... He's just chilling. Yeah, we haven't seen Knuckle Duster without his bandana hair. I saw a bee in the opening! God, this opening does slap. Like, it's really good. It reminds me of the, a little bit of the DNA of, Don to Don. Hey, we've seen his face now. Oh, that's why the window's broken. Oh. Without her getup. Oh my god. That's right, she's got like a complex about that. He does have a job. Wasn't planning on it. This is my house! Yeah, Koichi. It's like, hello? How much rent do you pay to live there? It better be like $100. There are some really cheap places for rent in Japan. Yeah, welcome to the Tommy Galaxy. I'm glad that people have fun with her. It is interesting how much this show is about, like, people's second life, you know? These two. There's a lot being devoted to this performance, though. A lot of time. Too bad. Get wrecked, kid. Cutie pie it is. Alright, relax. Oh no. Unnecessary. Oh god, he's an eel! Gross. We gotta get out of here. Fist geezer. Let's not call him that. You need, like, a not slimy hand to shake. Do you? Yeah, not gonna work. Ugh. Thank God there are piles of trash. Thank God the garbage trucks didn't come today. Udon. Yeah. Do not do that. Gloop. Yeah. You have to deal with that sometimes. No. Against the rules. Oh dear God. It's got the lamprey mouth. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Pretty smart. Oh man, what? He's naked, man. Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah. You. I can't buy it. Wearing underwear. I do agree. Smoke outside. God. So crazy. It's definitely better than living alone. They explode out of their clothes. Who we're talking to. Yeah. Surprisingly in the same city. Just shows up and is all like, the goal. Probably. It's probably realistic. Yeah. Makes sense, he does like you. Yeah, maybe leave it. It's best to leave him out sometimes, yeah. Alright. They're not great for walking in? It does look like that. Damn. God damn, you're an actual celebrity. Oh wait, you are in the art for this show. That was a funny scene though. Please learn it. Let's hope they don't get interrupted. You... Oh no. How... How did he find us?
変わってるね、ハチスカは。今でっかい虫が飛んでなかった？え？私虫嫌い。
Ew.
私バイトだ。
She does have bee things. Bee stockings, bee backpack. Part-time villain. Queen. They come out of your eye? That's so upsetting. Oh man. Ooh. Man, this is just like the third movie. That they used a form of trigger in that movie, didn't they? Ooh. I want to see some other heroes. Oh, there he goes. Air jet. Ingenium! Let's go! Oh my god! Endeavor, Midnight, and I forget his name. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Alright, you guys will all show up for the major incidents. Got it. Wow. Wow. All of them. Whoa. Yeah. Ooh. She's creepy. Oh boy. Oh man. Knuckle Dusters does not seem happy though. Alright everybody, that was episode 3 of Vigilantes. We're getting closer to the like overarching plot, like our characters are getting closer to it, of the origin of Trigger. What was this girl's name? Hachisuka? Yep, I just checked. It's Hachisuka. And she has a bee hive for an eye. Now listen. I don't want to discriminate here, but some powers just make you a villain. It's just like the way that it is. Sometimes the way that your powers manifest, the world just wants you to be a villain. Sometimes you have bees that come out of your eye that produce chemicals. Anyway, it's a cool thing. It's not the first time I've seen something like that in anime. I feel like there was that one guy in Fate Zero that kept like killer bees in his body. That was like a very small part of that show, but it's always stuck with me. It's just like an evil thing to do. And these bees are very mean looking. You know, they're not cute bumblebees. They're angry bees. But we got to see a little bit of how her power works because when Knuckle Duster squished a bee, she felt that pain, which is a big downside to that quirk. You know, if like someone were to be like, I don't know, let's say shoot a bunch of them with fire or something, I don't know, then would like how much would that hurt? But the fact that she can send these remotely makes her perfect for like being undercover and stuff. But I'm wondering what her motivations are. She's like, I'm a part-time villain. And is she like the actual like origin point of Trigger, or can she just replicate Trigger? I'm very curious. It also is like none of her friends are all like, hey, why do you always wear an eye patch? Although her friends in this episode seem to be like new-ish friends. I just wonder how, like, what this web is, you know? And is she, like, truly a mastermind behind all of this, or is she just, like, what's going on? But anyway, that whole part of the episode was a relatively small part of this episode, but it's going to be, I can tell it's going to be very important for the future. And her character design is really good and interesting. It does kind of, I was saying that her quirk was like, this is just a villain's quirk, but like that is the actual, isn't that like the actual motivation behind just a lot of villains in this show? Or like in My Hero Academia, not all quirks are accepted in society, and some of them just cause people pain. Like I think Toga's probably the biggest example. I've just always found it interesting how like people's quirks, it like their superpowers in My Hero Academia inform like how their personality develops. Like it's even with Koichi, his power is that he has to like get down on the ground and like zoom around, and he's always like seeing people look down at him, so he is not super confident in himself. You know, it could just be that this girl is the same kind of deal, that her like BI is was kind of like discriminated against because, I mean, what, like I'm wondering if it's like a thing where it's like the closer you get to her, the more you get stung. If that's like a metaphorical interpretation of the quirk. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the growing relationship between our three main characters, because they've all basically moved in to Koichi's house in their free time. Question. Koichi's 19. Can he even buy beer? In Japan, the legal drinking age is 20. So he shouldn't be able to buy beer, but like maybe you can buy it. I don't know. That would be stupid. That being said, teenagers get their hands on alcohol, so it's like, it's not crazy to think that he could have it, or he could buy it. He said he got it from like some seniors, but he was lamenting kind of in this episode how he doesn't have that kind of campus life where he hangs out with people. He's like, I gotta, you know, make a living. In this show, even more than My Hero Academia, the parents are like they're not even in the picture. In Japan, you're expected to become pretty self-sufficient when you graduate high school. A lot of people are pushed, though, I feel, into situations that they don't really want to be in because of that. I mean, Koichi he probably doesn't want to work at this convenience store. Whenever we see him in there, he's just like so hunched over. So, but you know, he's got to live. The man's got to live. We learned that Knuckle Duster. I wonder what his day job is. Pop Step's day job is just being a student. I don't know. I just find that like this show is about all of these characters' second lives. Koichi is really the only one that we get to see like his primary life from. But for all of these characters, their secondary lives are the more important ones to them. What they do after work and school is actually what matters. I think that is actually that's probably the case for a lot of people. Is like, you go to work to make the money, so when you're off work, you can actually have fun with your life. Although Knuckle Duster, I don't know how much fun he's having. I probably likes punching people, honestly, but he seems really serious about this whole trigger thing, and I still wonder what his motivation behind that is. I felt like we learned a lot about Pop Step in this episode, about her, like, I kind of like made the observation in the ending in like episode 1 that Pop Step, she's very plain at school, and she very clearly has an issue with being called that because she probably like doesn't stand out. So then she has this second life where she's all like, I'll show you I can be an idol and I can be sexy while doing it. I think now it's become like, well, now that she has had some like success with being an idol, I mean, not an official idol. I don't even know is she making money either way, like, that has now become the important part. And, you know, I wonder if it started from, like, resentment of how people treated her at school, and then has now overshadowed that, like, kind of a spiteful start. I don't know. I'm making theories here. But we also got to, like, see Popstep and Koichi have a fun kind of dynamic. Just in the fact that I think I am correct that Popstep, she has kind of a crush, or she's developing a crush on Koichi, you know, when Hachisuka was like, is this your boyfriend? She's like, she blushes and she's like, no, it's not what you think. So I think it's fine if the show leaves it as just like a crush on her end. Koichi seems to not even be aware at all about it. So I kind of have a feeling it's not going to be that important to the plot, but it is cute, you know. This innocent crush. I mean, he saved her. Usually when someone saves your life, you have some sort of feelings about that. We had the eel guy, and that led to, like, the police interrogating him. It looks like eel boy does know Hachisuka, because, like, that didn't seem like the first time they met in that ending part. So she definitely wanted to stop him from saying more. I'm just worried about it. We also had just, like, every hero in existence show up. Like, okay, do we need all of you? We had All Might, Endeavor, like, number 1 and number 2. Let's relax. Eraserhead was there. 13 was there. Midnight was there. Mystic was there. Best Genist was there. That's 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I know there was 10 plus villains that showed up, so I guess it was a pretty serious situation. But, like, all of them, Ingenium was there, some new heroes. What the Jet guy, we didn't get to see him do much, but, you know, we had Death Arms and Present Mike too, just unnecessary. Okay, I also realized my mistake. I think I've been calling Snipe Mystic. I was a little bit too proud of myself for being all like, haha, I remembered Mystic, and didn't realize that, no, this is Snipe. I saw him shooting a gun in this sequence. But I realized my mistake, and that's the important part, right? Anyway, that was a great episode, and I can't wait to see where this show goes next. It looks like we're really getting into the plot next time. The overarching plot, that is. We now have our trio's dynamic, it feels like, pretty firmly established. So I think we're ready to face some villains. Also, I was just thinking about this. I wonder, are we gonna see Lady Nagant at all during this? Probably not, but, like, she would still be, like, an active hero at this point, right? Well, actually, hold on, I'm thinking about it. Hawks might be in training at this point, so maybe Nagant isn't one of them. Maybe she's in prison right now. I'm just, it all depends on, like, when this takes place. But if it only takes place, like, about 10 years before the events of season 1 of My Hero Academia, then Hawks would be, like, 12, right? And that would make him probably right in the middle of training for this, because he was found by these people pretty young. So we're probably not going to see Hawks or anything. I was just thinking about, like, all the heroes that we could see. Not them. But I'm going to leave that discussion there, and I hope that you all enjoyed my reaction. If you did, you can let me know by leaving a like, and you can subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single My Hero Academia Vigilantes reaction going forward. Also, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this episode. And with all that being said, I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Till next time, take it easy, everyone.